the original question was about the All-Star game, right?
Yeah.
Mel, you was in the Navy.
Yes,
And
sir.
if somebody started asking questions about flying helos and landing them on aircraft carriers, I don't care what you did in the Navy. You didn't do that. So that's not a question for you. You understand what I'm saying? You can only answer questions that pertain to what you did. You didn't fly the helo. You've never flown a helo in your life. So let a pilot speak. You get what I'm saying? And
so in this case, let an all-star speak.
I think that's all that Trae Young was saying.
That's why I said right message. That's why I said right message, wrong messenger.
Nah, if the message is right, the message is right. The truth is the truth, no matter who
I
said
don't know, man. If somebody be like, hey, what you think about childbirth? And then I just start chiming in, and the girl come in and be like, hey, man, let us have this one, dog. Like, let us.
Well, if you're an obstetrician, why can't you speak on that?
Listen. There's no,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
nothing. If somebody asks, "Hey man, what's happening
you
in the gay
do-
club?" I have no answer. That I can't talk about a club that I haven't been to.
You could read every book in the world, but you can't do the action.
You just don't know.
Okay.
You could read every book in the world, but if you don't go through it, you don't know it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, how can you explain the smell of Kente oil and take that?
You ain't been to the Diddy party. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Listen, guys. Listen. I had to be professional for 2 hours, guys.
Yo, oh my.
Hey, matter of fact, shout out to us. I'm proud of us for holding it together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us, man.
I had to be professional for 2 hours, man. All these metaphors they coming back to back, Paul.
Man, that was easy work. Man. Come on, man. That was easy work.
All right, so it's a Twitter beef going on with Pat Bev and Trae Young, and it started with someone asking Pat Bev a fan question on his podcast about the players dogging it during the All-Star, and he commented on it, and then Trae Young kind of tweeted out, "Yeah, you might want to lead us to the All-Stars to let us answer that question, big dog."
Oh.
And then Pat Bev didn't like it, so I play what Pat Bev said.
Hoop Herald goes, honest question. Why do NBA players play so hard in random open gyms in the summer but give no effort in the All-Star game with millions watching? My response is because All-Stars take the game for granted. It's not one All-Star on a basketball court. It's just good naturally, good bump. Trae Young response was,
he said, relax, let us speak for ourselves. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he's in a position to speak. I don't think he's one enough to even speak to me like that or tweet me like that. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9.
9 is more than 3.
He's been in the NBA 7 years. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all.
Interesting.
In the Western Conference.
Interesting.
Right? His rebuttal is probably going to be, yeah, you want the main player on the team. You're absolutely right. But this is why it's a team. I've talked to people who played in Atlanta. They don't want to play there.
Why?
They don't think he's a good leader. They don't think he's a good teammate. This is not coming from me. So this is coming from over here. Trae, you can score all the points you want. You can make all the money you want. You can have all the leading assists you want. You can do all that. If you don't win, that matter. If you don't win, when you're retired, they're gonna forget your name fast too. So I don't even think he has the wiggle room to talk about not playing hard for an All-Star game. You're not like you're playing in the playoffs.
So what do you think his point is?
I don't know. I
He's
think
just trying to put himself above you.
I think so. Like, let us speak. Like, we mean, okay, well, let the play in the playoffs more than 9 years speak to them before you speak. He played with told me, Pat, man, that Atlanta Hawk called the Trae Hawks.
Interesting.
And then the first word he used is relax. And I'm like, relax, you should be uncomfortable. You should be more uncomfortable. Why? That's the problem. Relax. 7 years, you made the playoffs 3 times. You're too relaxed. Get uncomfortable. Really get uncomfortable and lead your team to some more wins and playoff push. The game is better. The game needs that from you. Trust me. It's kids up here that look up to you. Talking about relax. You get uncomfortable. I challenge you to do that. Don't put yourself up here, right? Because you score a lot of points and a lot of assists, but you lose.
Well, it seems like he's just trying to take it as a chance to take a shot that you haven't been in an All-Star game.
Obviously, but I've been on teams who won 50 games. I don't know what missing the playoff feels like. I have to tell my family, yeah, daddy be home in June. I don't know what April and early May in Atlanta feels like. I don't. Knee deep in the trenches.
I mean, I think the obvious answer to the actual question is that people are trying to get better in the summertime, and nobody's trying to get better during the All-Star game. They're trying to, like, you know, just get some a fancy layup.
Okay, well, if that's the case, go get MVP every year in the All-Star game. Then I want to you.
All that stopping was the cuss words getting blanked out. That's how much he was going in. But before we play what Trae Young response was, do you think Pat Bev got a point?
No. His argument, his crowning achievement, I've been on teams with 50 wins. And what else? Like, what are we? Right message, wrong messenger.
I wouldn't even say right message.
Absolutely was the right message. I agree with him.
You agree with who?
I agree with Pat Bev.
Do tell.
I do. Pat Bev clearly acknowledged that, okay, Trae Young has done more than me, right? He clearly acknowledged, okay, I wasn't the main guy on my teams, but he's saying that via his playoff experience and his experience in the league, he can say what he's saying, which I don't think it always has to be like the absolutely quote unquote better player or the player who has the better statistics. Let's say that, because do we really even know for sure if Pat Bev is not the better player out of these two? Trae Young will not defend, has horrible shot selection, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole different thing. But anyway, I agree with what he's saying. Like, Trae Young can say, okay, I'm getting the money, I'm putting up the points, I'm getting all these assists. What is it leading to? Nada. And if what Pat Bev is saying is true when he says, I've talked to guys in Atlanta, they don't want to be there because of you, hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him saying it.
The original question was about the All-Star game, right?
Yeah.
Mel, you was in the Navy.
Yes.
And
sir.
if somebody started asking questions about flying helos and landing them on aircraft carriers, I don't care what you did in the Navy. You didn't do that. So that's not a question for you. You understand what I'm saying? You can only answer questions that pertain to what you did. You didn't fly the helo. You've never flown a helo in your life. So let a pilot speak. You get what I'm saying? And
so in this case, let an all-star speak.
I think that's all that Trae Young was saying. And then,
that's why I said right message. That's why I said right message, wrong messenger.
Nah, if the message is right, the message is right. The truth is the truth, no matter who
I don't
said
know, man. If somebody be like, hey, what you think about childbirth? And then I just start chiming in, and the girl come in and be like, hey, man, let us have this one, dog. Like, let us
if
answer
you're
this
an
question.
obstetrician, why can't you speak on that?
Listen. There's no,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
nothing. If somebody asks, "Hey man, what's
If
happening
you
in the gay
do,
club?" I have no answer. That I can't talk about a club that I haven't been to.
You could read every book in the world, but you can't do the action.
You just don't know.
Okay.
You could read every book in the world, but if you don't go through it, you don't know it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how can you explain the smell of Kente oil and take that?
You ain't been to the Diddy party. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Listen, guys. Listen, I had to be professional for 2 hours, guys.
Yo, oh my.
Hey, matter of fact, shout out to us. I'm proud of us for holding it together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us, man.
I had to be professional for 2 hours, man. All these metaphors they coming back to back. Pause.
Man, that was easy work. Man. Come on, man. That was easy work.
Now I'm only playing.
Oh man. All right.
But Trae Young response is comedy. Oh my gosh.
You said it. You went to the playoffs 9 times. I've only been to the playoffs 3. You're right. You have 6 more playoff appearances than me. Let's bring up some more facts. You've been to 1 conference finals. I've been to 1 conference finals. What year was that for you? Just another fact. Year 9. The year I made it was year 3. Just a fact. You want to know another one? You averaged 7 points and 2 is. I don't even know how I'm doing this.
He got up and left.
Like I'm really not even here to talk about my numbers, but here they are. let's get into some more facts, actually. You talk about a winner. What have you won? Tell me, what have you won? And don't respond with that, like, sympathy. I won in life. I won in basketball, because you did, man. You made it to the NBA. There's very few many people that can say that. But at the same time, bro, it's levels to this shit. It's just different timetables. I get it. You're a little bit later into your career. I was 19, about to be 20, going into my rookie season. Do you want to know your age going into your rookie season? You were 24, your first year in the NBA. So you're talking about uncomfortable. Man, you don't know what uncomfortable is. You talk about winning and impact winning and all these things. You've been on some teams with some big-time players. How about I go through a list of these guys? LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Ant-Man, Cat. And we're not even going to talk about how we celebrate play-in wins. I win play-in games on the road, and I'm ready to get to the playoffs. You win play-in games at home, and you standing on the scores table acting like it's a championship. We celebrate wins different too. But let me get back to these guys. You've had some great teammates over these years that you've only been able to make the conference finals with because your impact was that strong. One time, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, and Dwight Howard. I can go on and on. Them is just the Hall of Famers.
Shout out to Trae.
All right, I stopped it there. He said a lot though.
Hey, did you see the response that I sent you?
Of Pat Beverley?
Yeah.
I did. I didn't have time to get loaded up though.
Nah, so when Pat responded, when Pat responded to that, he kind of took the gloves off, is talking about his little shoulders and all that. Pat got mad, but all Pat got to do is say, "Man, who does your hair?" Like, what is going on?
Pat, but Pat really do got to sit this one out though.
Right.
He really do got to sit it out. Like, nobody asked you for that. I mean, I guess nobody asked Trae to chime in either, but here's a non-all-star answering a question about all-stars in a negative way. Like, if you're going to say something, like, you can speak for it if you go speak for it in a positive way, but you saying something negative, you got to really know what you're talking about to say something negative about something.
All he really had to say is, man, these guys go through the gruel of an 82-game season plus playoffs, and they're mandated to be at that All-Star game. I would understand if they took that day off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still speak to the point. I've never made the All-Star, so I can't speak for him. But in my opinion, even if he'd have said what he said then,
that would have worked better. Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed. Yeah. Because I was going to ask, like, are they the first All-Stars that went through the grind of an 82-game season and still had to go play the All-Star?
No, of course not. No. Pat Beverley ain't saying nothing wrong. They need to do better in the All-Star game for sure. But the rules of the game is when somebody play the big joker, you have to respect it. You can't play the ace and then I drop the big joker and you start arguing with me on how the ace should win. Mm-hmm. The big joker was, shut up, you're not an all-star. Mm-hmm. Let us talk about that. That's the big joker. You got to respect the big joker.
Move on to the next hand. Move on to the next hand.
Like right now, if I start yapping my mouth and Tracy Murray would have said, hey, let me speak for that. That's the big joker. All right. I want to keep talking, but I gotta respect the game. You just played the big joker. Yeah. And out of respect for most people that hasn't played on that level, especially when you on a panel or like ESPN or something like that, they try not to do that. Ryan Clark just made that mistake last week and had to apologize. You don't play the big joker because it's unfair.
And Ryan Clark wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong, but he played the big joker, and it was unfair in public for your colleague like that, man.
That's a whole different topic. I'm gonna leave that be. I don't like that.
Britne.
I don't know. I mean, that's just for me, that's just today's athletes, right? They just feel like they could say whatever they want, however they want with the new media is what they call it, with the athletes, regardless of their level. I mean, like you guys say, he didn't say anything wrong. It's just Trae Young took offense to it and whatnot. But he
didn't even really take offense to it. He tweeted him back. He tweeted, was like, "Hey man, sit this one out, big fella."
Then you don't need to say anything. You don't say anything. We'll just let him talk. Let him look crazy. Just don't need to say anything. So something bothered him, right? So but I'm not saying
I think he kind of responded in a joking manner, almost like, tongue in cheek, and then Pat Beverley took offense to that, and then here we
I
are.
don't think he responded in no joking manner. Because Trae Young doesn't respond to anything normally. Like he never responds to anything. And I think
he's the game winner.
So, but I'm just saying, like, he doesn't never respond to anything. And Pat Bev, he's known to go out there and talk about everybody. So, I mean, like you say, what he said wasn't wrong. But I will say this: there is more pressure when you're the star of the team versus the role player of the team. So I think that's what Pat Bev needs to be a little bit more mindful of. Like there's more pressure on a Trae Young than there is you. The pressure is being taken off of a Pat Bev. You got a role, come in, play defense. That is mainly your role. Once in a while, shoot the three if you wide open, right? Because that's his thing. So, but most of the time, the pressure's off of you. You just play with the other stars. So I'm kind of torn in this situation.
Yeah, I get it. George the True Hurt said, "What are y'all doing right now? Critic season and never been on the NBA floor." Well, first of all, you don't know that. Second of all, I just explained that if an NBA player came and threw the big joker down, I would have to honor that and shut up.
Right.
And I've been on several NBA floors. I've just never been in an NBA game.
right.
I've been on several floors.
Right. So check this out, Mel. Comments like this, right? While people have the right to say what they want to say, that stuff irks me. As someone who has covered professional sports, this nonsense of you didn't play, so you don't know what you're talking about, that has to stop, right? Because we have heard people who are professional athletes, and when they try to talk, you like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what are you, from Mars? Like, they don't know what they're talking about. They can physically get out there and do it, but there's a lot of pro athletes who have no idea what they're saying when they get out here. So people kind of got to stop with this, you didn't play, so you don't have a right to talk, or you didn't play, so you don't know what you're talking about. That's absurd, because there's a lot of people that didn't play on that level that know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
I don't pay
I'm not on Food Network, but I know how to cook.
We can't.
There you go.
Pay attention to those people, because half of these people got jobs and they don't know how to do their job right. So,
well, here's the thing, right? I think by and large, I may agree with you. I think it's situational. If someone is trying to make a point about like the culture in the locker room or the culture in, like, there's intimate details that you have to be there to know about. As far as can somebody guard? Can somebody throw against a cover 2 defense? Nah, anybody with eyes can see that, whether or not how they perform against a cover 2. You get what I'm saying? So there's some details that anybody who is a student of the game or whatever game it is can definitely answer to. But there's some things that are maybe a little more intimate, and when Ryan Clark was speaking to it, his point of as a former player, he's talking about mindset of something that Adam Schefter kind of misspoke about. You get what I'm saying? So I think that sometimes it's needed to prove a point beyond X's and O's.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Speaking to that point where Britne had called Pat Bev crazy, it's funny because Kevin Durant actually responded.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Kevin Durant did.
Kevin Durant said that Pat got to chill because he out here sounding delusional.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and he said, man, like this is getting out of control. Like, all right, man, enough is enough, man. Like everybody clout chasing now, man. Come on, dog. Enough is enough, man. You Pat Bev telling Trae Young that he can't talk to him. Come on, Pat Bev, man.
Yeah,
I mean, this thing right here, has become a better weapon than your handle package, than your layup package, than anything.
I do not like the way you just did your fingers around it like that, though. I do not like it, dog.
We're talking about like Pat Bev. Okay, if KD joins in and somebody, Pat Bev's not going to shut up. Like he's just not going to shut up. So
true. It's not him.
Just
let Chicago winning.
It's going to die off eventually. That's just who he is. So the more the more food you give him, the more you feed him, he's going to keep going. So just leave it alone. You
Pat
want him to then leave it alone.
Pat Bev like embodies the bottom of the shoe part of Chicago. Like that's what I get from Pat. Pat Bev is just like that aggravating dude that wears black Air Forces tied all the way up too tight like Skip Bayless and goes plays at the YMCA like it's the finals. That's the energy I get from Pat Bev, man.
Well, you know what though? Remember what Tracy Murray was just saying. There's a lot of dudes in the league that can cook, but for different reasons they don't get the opportunity. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Pat Bev average like 35 in high school in Chicago?
Oh yeah, he could go in high school. A lot of people though. He was up there.
Yeah,
and again, I don't think that if Pat Bev and Trae Young play 1-on-1, I'm not so sure who would win in their prime.
Exactly.
Trae Young.
Exactly. Nah, man.
I don't know.
Dude, what do you call Trae Young's haircut? What do you call his haircut?
First off, to define to have this 1-on-1, we have to define just what the hell is Pat Bev's prime.
High school, we just said it.
Wow.
High school was his prime.
I will say this though.
I'm just playing Pat Bev, man. I respect your game, man. Yeah.
I will say this though.
A little more physical than the NBA.
To whatever powers it be, please do not let Pat Bev and Draymond end up on the same show.
Oh my goodness.
We can't take that. We can't.
I love what Pat Bev did on Gil's Arena when he came in there and gave all the smoke that Rashad McCants could handle. Oh my god! Have y'all not seen that episode?
No.
Oh,
I got it.
Are you serious? I thought I did a reaction to it. Please go watch Pat Bev and Rashad McCants go with it. I think that episode probably got Gil's Arena probably another 50,000 subs. I mean, it was unreal.
What was he talking about?
Oh my god, bro!
Everything.
So Pat Bev and Rashad McCants had something going back and forth, just like Trae Young do right now. And Gilbert Arenas instigated him and Kenya Martin and Brandon Jennings. They instigated. Instigated, and then they're in the middle of a show one day, and the doorbell rung, boom, boom, and Gil was like, "Who is that?" And that was Pat Bev, and Pat Bev came in, and I don't think Rashad McCants knew Pat Bev was coming. I said, "Gil, you a dirty dog, man." And Pat Bev came in there, man, and he sat down, was like, "What's up?" And when they started going at it, and Pat Bev was bringing the receipts out, talking about, "Dude, you got a tryout. You like somebody from your Carolina organization told you that you come here, you're making the team. They brought me in. They brought me in to work out against you. Not, and I end up making the team, and you didn't. And that was your Carolina connect that was there. I made you quit the workout." He going off. Rashad McCants, I didn't quit the workout. I got hurt. Okay, why did you get hurt? I mean, they just it was bro. It was ugly. It was he put him in a body bag, man. And hey, please go watch it. That joke funny, man.
You're not gonna be able to out talk Pat Bev or out trash talk Pat Bev.
No, you're not.
Not gonna be able to do it. So
right.
And Pat Bev may not say nothing to KD, but KD's a little bit more sensitive than the rest of these guys. So just be mindful of that. Now, playing wise, Pat Bev can't, he can't say anything playing wise, but he's gonna come up with something.
Yes, he is. That's crazy.
I want y'all to go watch that clip though, for real. I want y'all to watch it.